Today I want to show you how to dissolve your fears, how to overcome your fear of whatever it may be, right? We all have different fears and they hold us back from living the life that we actually want. You have certain fears that you know you want to get rid of right now, but maybe you're just not able to do it. So I want to talk about why that is. Why we know what we're afraid of, yet we're just not able to overcome it, and we don't even know how to go about this process. And then really I want to show you how to live in a way, how to organize your thought process, your own energy in a way that you have less and less fear overall, just in life. You're just scared less. So you're able to do more. You're able to put yourself out there and truly live this unique expression that you are and be your best self. Okay? So first, to begin this video, I just want to start off by saying that don't even aim to fully get rid of fear. Okay? That's not what you need. You don't need to get rid of fear. What you need to learn is how to just deal with the fear and overcome it. You may have heard the saying or the quote, I don't know exactly how it goes, but it's along the lines of courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the will to overcome fear. Okay, so fear is a good thing. Fear is okay. But as long as you keep running away from fear, it will haunt you. But once you learn to just deal with fear in the proper manner, then you'll actually be able to overcome it, and this emergence of courage will allow you to do what you've been wanting to do. All right? So now let's get to where fear comes from and how we can upgrade our paradigm in a way that fear in general is just less prevalent in our lives. All right? Fear, and this is something that I've learned from my personal experience. Fear arises from the worldview of separateness. The conventional, the classical worldview, which tells you that you are this person and outside of you, everything that exists is separate from you. It operates independently of you. If you believe that worldview, then there will always be fear. If you buy into that belief, which is all it is, it's a belief, it's a worldview, it's a paradigm that you choose to have, consciously or unconsciously, then you naturally will be scared. Because think about it, right? If you think that you are this lonely little person in a huge, gigantic world, let alone this huge universe, and if you believe that everything that is happening in your reality is acting independently, regardless of what you do, and it doesn't care about you, and it has no connectedness to you, then there will always be a fear of not being supported, not being taken care of. And there will always be vulnerability. And your little ego, your identity that you have created for yourself throughout your life will always be in fear of what's coming next. So all your actions, rather than trying to live this life, live this incredible opportunity and express your unique self, rather than that, all your actions will start to be very protective and conserving. So you'll have a really conservative approach to life, and you will aim to only seek security. And in seeking security, you will miss all the greatest virtues of life. And you will just start to settle. Because your ego, your identity is so scared of what's coming next because it thinks everything is separate from it. So now it just wants to ensure its survival. And that's where fear really arises. Just not knowing what's coming next and having a sense of separateness, that nothing is connected to you. That one fear translates over into all these little fears that you may have. Okay? And it really greatly holds you back. Now, if we go on to the other paradigm, the one that actually dissolves fear, is this connectedness with life. This oneness, this feeling of oneness within everything that seems to be separate, but has one underlying source. And this might sound crazy to you if you've never even considered thinking like this, or if you've always thought that this kind of philosophy is complete, spiritual BS, right? I've been there, trust me, I know as well. So this is a worldview that you can also believe in and buy into, just like you bought into your other worldview. And I'm not going to tell you that this worldview is more real than your other worldview, but it is equally as functionable, or let me say that in a better way, it functions just equally as well as your other worldview. You may have heard me say in previous videos that in this life, it doesn't matter what is true. It only matters what you believe to be true, because over time and practice, that will become true for you. So all that matters is what you believe to be true, because over time, that will become true for you. The world is multifaceted, and it will always show you the side of it that you want to see. And you can experiment this for yourself. That's why everybody thinks that they are correct. And everybody argues which worldview is correct. Meanwhile, they are in delusion because all worldviews are correct. It's just that certain worldviews are limiting and full of fear, and other worldviews are more empowering and allow you to express more of who you truly are. So if anything, you could say they're closer to the truth, but other worldviews will operate just as well within this reality. So now what you have to ask yourself is, am I willing to believe in this new worldview? Am I willing to explore the possibility of this connectedness that I'm proposing here? And if you don't want to take my word for it, I welcome you to research into this, research into quantum physics. Science now has explained and completely understood that underneath all this matter, there's this one unifying field of intelligence, and it's all just energy, nothing else. And everything is made up of the same energy. Everything is one. We have the illusion of appearances. However, they are all made of the same one energy, and they do not act independently of your consciousness. So you, through your consciousness, affect everything that operates in your reality. So once you start to adopt this worldview, your fear automatically starts to subside little by little. But now I just told you a bunch of complicated philosophy. How do you actually make this happen for yourself? You will never feel any sort of oneness with reality until you start to silence the mind a little bit, and until you start to actually meditate. And this is why I'm a huge advocate for meditation. And I think that one of the greatest benefits of meditation, though there are countless benefits, one of the greatest ones is this feeling of connectedness, this feeling of oneness with all that is. And as that feeling of connectedness grows within you, your fear will automatically cease to exist. Fear cannot exist where love exists. And this feeling of oneness is the feeling of love. The feeling of oneness with everything outside of you, all people, all things, all experiences. Can you imagine that for just a moment? Can you imagine how much more effortless your life would become if you were to explore this worldview and explore that meditative silence and beginning to feel this sensation? I remember when I started meditating, I didn't feel it for a long time, because it's truly a sense that you have to grow over time. And you have to be willing to just believe in it before it actually comes true for you. And if that's difficult for you, just ask yourself, what has believing in the other worldview gotten you so far? all it has gotten you is just a heart full of fear and a mind too reluctant to take the next step forward. So isn't it worth trying something new? Isn't it worth believing in something that might yield better results for you in your life? The choice is obviously yours. But if you want to dissolve fear, if you want to just naturally have less fear to overcome, then I encourage you to start meditating. I encourage you, at least for 15 minutes a day, just not doing anything and just sitting without your phone, without your laptop, computer, TV, book, anything, and just being with yourself and going within. Catch yourself thinking. Notice what you're thinking about and just let it go again and again and again. Simply just come back and onto focusing on your breath, or just witnessing the silence, the stillness, the nothingness that exists when you don't do anything. To a lot of you, this may sound counterproductive, but it is actually the most productive thing that you can do for your life. And as you continue to meditate, and you make a habit of it, a consistent habit, as you make it a lifestyle, over time, you will naturally start to see that this fear just fades away. Not only does your fear fade away, but you actually learn more about your true self, and you gain more confidence in your true self. And now you learn to start to express yourself and do the things that you want to do rather than always just holding back due to fear. Let me know if you want more videos on fear, and comment down below what was your favorite part. What did you learn from this video that will help you overcome your fears? All right, that's all for this one. I will see you next time.